All right, what's up, world?
Red button?
Yeah, red button.
So, thank you for jumping on. If you're here, throw us up some likes, throw up some questions.
Give me some reactions.
Give me some reactions. There you go.
16 of them.
Yeah.
Give me 16 of them.
Dude, this is cool for the three of us to
red
hang
button
out.
back.
Like, it's been, how long has it taken for all of three of us to get together? Like,
Entire
8 years?
Our entire lives.
Our entire lives. It's taken our entire lives for this moment. So we better drop some heat. It's taken our entire
Think
lives to
about
get
it,
here.
It's been my entire life before this happened.
Yeah, my entire
Waiting
life.
for a moment
There
like
you go.
this.
Yeah. I was born at a young age, too. What's up? All right, so you guys are out here masterminding and rock and roll. Let me ask this: everything you've accumulated in the last several years, if you could give like one 10-second message that the entire world would listen to, like what would you want to say?
Hashtag don't be a little bitch.
Boom, there we go. There we go. So what does that mean to you? When you say don't be a little bitch, like half my friends are like, who the hell is Wayne hanging out with?
Right.
And the other half's like, what does he mean? So what do you mean by that?
So kind of like we had that conversation with Antoine earlier, we're constantly having these conversations in our head of why we do or why we don't do something. Just stop talking and just start doing. Just do it. Do it, right?
Just do
Make
it,
shit
yeah.
happen.
Yeah. So what about people that are, and AJ, you were talking about this earlier, what about people that are worried about it being perfect?
You just
Like
gotta-
waiting to make the right decision.
It'll never be perfect.
Yeah.
It's a journey. You just got to take action and tweak as you go. Learn from your failures, make it better, and just know that it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah. Well, a big thing that helped me years ago was, I think especially growing up in kind of like a conservative Christian environment, I always thought that there was a right decision and a wrong decision.
Yeah.
And it really messed me up. I always thought, like, I'd wrestle, I go, what's the right decision? Because there was always a right and wrong. And what I realized was, like, sometimes there's just a decision, and you got to go make it right. Like, there's no right or wrong. Like, you just have to make the decision, and it's up to you to go make it right.
That, right?
Did I say that?
No, you know who said
No.
President Bill Clinton. It's not about making the right decision. It's about making the decision right.
There you go. Yeah. So I thought I made that up, but that's even better. Thank you, Bill Clinton. No, that's awesome. Cool. All right. So let me ask you guys a couple generic questions everybody wants to know. Like, if you were gonna recommend best book, like best 2 or 3 books you've read, what would they be?
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Yeah.
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
T. Harv
Freaking
Eker.
amazing. T. Harv Eker. Yep.
The Untethered Soul.
Untethered Soul.
Ask
Huge.
and It's Given.
Yep.
I could give you about 150 books right now.
Yeah.
Success Principles, Jack Canfield.
Oh, dude, that's like my devotional, right? Like, I do my Bible devotions, and then I do like my Jack Canfield devotional.
Right. Our team's going through that book. I mean, it's
Oh,
like,
it's
what,
so good.
600 pages
It's
or something?
it's like this, and the key is, like, the first time I read it, and then I went back and like I did like some of the activities, and they're like hardcore.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, if you could have 2 books, that book and the Bible would be the go-to.
Yeah, if I could start with, it would be those 2. Yep, that's huge. It's huge. Cap, what experiences have you guys done that have changed your life? So I know, like, Millionaire Mind Intensive.
Yeah.
Huge. What else?
Traveling.
Traveling.
Traveling's been huge to open my eye, especially when I went back to Brazil the second time, and I was a little bit more aware. I could see how they ran propaganda there, no different than here. And then when I realized everything was based on propaganda and patterns of neural pathways, and then I just realized, okay, I can just get into these patterns and I can manipulate them to be successful for me.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, for me, the Warrior event that Colton and I went to in Joshua Tree, I mean, that was just awesome, just breaking through a lot of things. UPW, these Masterminds. Yeah.
Yep.
That was when you choked that 70-year-old guy out.
Yeah, he choked out a 75-year-old man, which means I'm sitting a little too close.
Well, he did ask for it.
He did ask what he asked for. Yeah. For me, it was, I think, Landmark Forum was the big
was a
one for
huge
me.
one.
Landmark Forum. So Landmark Forum and all these, I think what a lot of these do is they call our bullshit out. Would you agree? Like one of the things, you go to these events and they call out your stuff. One of the things we talked about yesterday was, it's not what you know. It's not what you don't know that's messing you up. It's what you know for certain that may or may not be true,
just ain't so.
right? Like I don't have enough time, and that's why I'm not successful. Or I've got to do this and this, and then I can be. It's what you think is for certain that messes us up.
Right.
So what's some of the biggest BS that you guys have realized was in your life that you had to call out?
For me, one of the breakthroughs that I had this weekend is just not living in the future so much, because being so optimistic and thinking big, it's easy for me to be a visionary and just living in the future. I can't wait for when this happens, and just taking a step back and say, no, today's the day to make it happen.
Yeah.
And just making it happen today, not waiting for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Well, you know, some people say a lot of times when we're depressed, it's because we're living in the past.
Yeah.
Right, and when we're anxious, it's because we're living too much in the future.
Yeah, that's
And,
good.
and like usually we're in the zone, we're thrilled, we feel like we're in flow when we're in the moment. You know, and so it's like plan for the future, right? You know, do whatever you gotta do with the past, but live right now.
Yeah.
So many people, they've got life on hold. They go, right, when I make a bunch of money, then I'll like be happier. Then I'll start living my life or whatever. Yeah.
Gotta be happy now. The money's not gonna change it.
Money. Yeah. Dude, how huge is that?
Yeah, it's only
I'll
gonna
tell you what,
make you
though.
more of who you already are.
I would way rather have a lot of money and be unhappy than have little money and be miserable.
Say that one more time. Say that loud one more time. What was that?
I would way rather have a lot of money and be unhappy than have a little money and be miserable.
There you go. These are the deep nuggets of wisdom. I feel like we're gonna get some T-shirts. Yeah. Oh, I love it. All right. What matters most to you guys right now?
Business or personal?
What matters most to you
For
right
me,
now?
it's my daughters, man,
Your daughters? Yep.
for sure.
My wife.
Yep. You and your amazing relationship. Man, if this guy talks one more time about his perfect wife and his perfect, yeah, we're all talking about like the struggles we have, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna go for a walk because I'm good. Yeah. Oh, I love it. All right. I love this question. If you could instill one piece of advice in a newborn baby's mind, what would it be? Like if you could meet with a child and give them one piece of advice that they would hold on to, like what would that be?
Don't care about what other people think about you.
Ooh, I love it.
Do what you want to do.
I would say two of them.
I love how this guy always levels up. Yeah.
One would be
P2X'd it.
One would be everything's gonna turn out okay. Number two would be money comes easily and frequently.
Money comes easily and frequently. Dude, that video of your daughter
Or as
yelling.
Harper would say, frequently.
Frequently.
Easily
Yeah.
and frequently.
You gotta
When you
go
think
to
about
work.
it, when I was 3 or 4 years old, I had no idea that money came easily and frequently.
No.
I thought that only the rich could have money,
Yeah.
the people that screw people over, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, I grew up knowing one thing about money, and that was there wasn't enough. Right, like that. That's all.
We couldn't afford it.
Couldn't afford it.
We're going to JB's restaurant because
Yep.
I won my free meal in
Yep.
school.
Yep. Well, and what's interesting, one of the limiting beliefs I realized I had was a limiting belief of this or that. Like, so I was growing up, my parents would always say, like, hey, you can play hockey or you can do this.
Yeah.
Like, you do this or you can do this. It was
Right.
always a this or that. And then I'm reading T. Harv Ecker's book, right? And he goes, poor people think this or that. Successful people think, how can I have both?
Yeah.
And my mind, like, blew. I don't even, it was like that one sentence, my mind, like, blew up, and I was like, holy cow. And what I realized was I've been putting on my kids. I was going to my kids and going, hey, you can have this or this, which one do you want? And I was going to my wife and I was like, hey, we can go on vacation or we can just, and not that I always just do everything, but you can have both,
Yeah.
right? And so here's what's interesting. When we talk abundance, so many people hear lack of responsibility. Have you ever got that? Like, like we start talking about having an abundance mindset, like you can have both. And if you have a limiting belief around money, you're thinking that's crazy. They're just going to spend everything they have, like, right? So people hear lack of responsibility, and what we're talking about is abundance. It's two totally different things.
Dude, there is an infinite amount of it anymore, quite honestly, wherever the hell we are.
Yeah.
There is an infinite amount of digits. The only question is, are you flowing them into your control or are you just resisting them and pretending it's not having anything to do with you?
Yeah. What do you want to be remembered for?
My smile.
There you go. Done and done.
Most importantly for me, being a great husband and a great father.
Yeah.
And then having thousands of people who look to me as someone who was a light in their life and helped change their life for the better.
Dude, yeah. Like that. You were that catalyst for somebody.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I would say I don't even really give a fuck if anyone remembers me, but as long as I do 3 things, that I create massive value, power to action, and invite them to share the message. That's simple.
Huge. Yeah. Pouring into other people, right? I think that's, at least I know that's my calling. My calling is I've been poured into, so I have to pour out.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Give the gift you've been given.
Give the gift you've been given. Yeah. Yep. Huge. All right, so let me ask this. What's the most important part of your, like, I think for all of us, especially we were talking about this weekend, daily schedule is huge.
Yeah.
What's the most important part of your daily schedule, and how did you, like give into that? How did you start nailing that piece?
Well, everything starts with a thought, right, and getting clear. So for me, it's two things. It's smart day and it's smart week. And that's where I just take, I guess it's three things: smart day, smart week, and then where I take 5 minutes and I visualize what I want my perfect day to look like. So just getting that clarity of what your day and your time is going to be filled with.
Yeah. So starting your day with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And starting and finishing, I think.
Ah.
So in the mornings when I visualize it, and at the end of the day is when I analyze it.
Yeah. So many people never stop to go, is this working?
Yeah.
Right.
Or like, what are my big rocks for today? What did I get the most important stuff done? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Yeah, what I found for myself is if I just start the way I want to start, my whole day goes a lot better. And if I just wake up a little bit late or maybe miss something that I wanted to do in the morning, the whole day kind of gets away from me. So just starting off right, and for me, just something little like taking the dogs for a walk with my wife.
Yeah.
Spending time with her in the morning.
Yep.
And yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. So let me ask this: if you lost everything today, or let me just ask you a different way. If you had to go back and start all over, right? Like Colton, especially, like if you had to go back and start all over, what would you do different this time?
God, I'd go into insurance.
I'd be a mortgage lender. Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know.
You literally have kale in your teeth right now.
Yeah.
This man is so committed to his kale and spinach. It's amazing.
Colton, you're turning
Like,
green.
what is this? You actually are turning green. Yeah,
Somebody asked a question.
pretty soon he's gonna be the green giant here pretty soon.
We have a
I have a
question.
question here.
All
Can
right,
we ask
yeah.
it? You know what? So Jamie Parker.
Yeah, see if I got any questions on mine too, man.
Yeah, Jamie Parker.
That was
over,
mine.
he went over to 10X GrowthCon. He's asking what top. Well, he said here. He says here.
What's the question?
Hang on, just I have too many questions here. He said, hang on. Hey, how do you choose what to focus on when transitioning from employee to entrepreneur? How do you choose what to focus on?
I think it's a great question. I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of a question you got to ask yourself.
for me, it's going to be one starting point, and that's going to be your morning routine, right? Because your morning routine is what connects you with source energy and allows you to get clarity, right? And I run through what's called a 6-phase prayer, kind of like with Kodak's mind. He does 6X meditation or 6-phase meditation, where you start with compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness, and then you move into big visualization, short-term visualization, which is your day, and then just getting wrapped in a warm blanket full of worthiness. But when you can get clarity on what it is that you want to create, you can take action on that next step. What's the next most important thing to take a step on? Did that answer the question, Big Al?
Yes.
So, Big, I think I would add on to that by saying, who asked that question? Parker?
Jamie Parker.
Jamie. So here's, I think it goes back to the same thing. I think what I would do is say, what are the most important questions I'm going to ask myself every day? So not so much what's the answer, it's just what are the questions I ask myself every day to make sure I'm after that. You know what I mean? So I think, ask great questions and you get great answers. Right, so I one of the things I do in my life is I have if I start feeling anxious, usually it's because I'm not clear. I check myself. If I start feeling anxious, usually it's because I don't know what the next most important thing I need to be doing is. Right, so I stop for a second. And I have a could, should, must. Right, so I got 3 columns, and I write down like, hey, here's everything that I could do. Right, and I just like brain dump it all out. And then I take from the could list, and I take just a handful of things over to that should do list. Like, here's all the stuff I could do, here's stuff I should do, and then from that should do list, I only allow myself to take 1 or 2 things to the must do. So I think it's getting really clear on what do you must do, because we'll have an infinite amount of shoulds.
Yeah, you shit
Right?
all over yourself.
I mean, yeah, we shit all over ourselves, right? Because we should do this and this, and there's all these things. So you got to have a process to go from here's what I could do, here's what I should do, and then identifying what do I must do.
And get rid of that needs list, right? I need to do this. I
Yeah,
need to do
yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Need list never ever ends.
No,
A must
no.
list, you get shit done.
Yeah,
You get it done.
yeah.
Man, we should get a lot of likes and hearts and
Yeah.
shares for all that stuff. That's
A lot
great.
of love,
Yeah. Well, and there's because the reality is there's never enough time to
Give
do
me
everything.
some reaction, bitches.
Yeah. We need some heart. This guy needs hearts like
Click
that.
me that share button.
So
Yeah.
one
Where's
of the-
Ronnie Phillips with our wow face? Yeah.
I have a question here. Do you have any other questions over here? No. Somebody
turn mine
asked
back
here. It turns off by itself.
Sometimes.
Okay. It went on standby and then it came back on. It's kind of an individual
Press a
question.
little- yeah,
What
yeah.
top 3 things from this weekend Mastermind will you implement in your business when you return?
I haven't finished the mastermind yet. So.
Right.
I
We're just getting into that
We're
today.
getting into that, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, actually, today's a great day.
Yesterday was brainstorming and creating what we want. Today's what do we need to do to get what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Love it.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Yeah.
That's all the questions for today, ladies.
Is that it? I mean, I can go for 7 more hours.
Ask me one more question.
One more question. I guess I would say, what do you guys do daily to keep yourself inspired and motivated?
I read,
Yeah.
I pray, I meditate. Like prayer and meditation are the must happen in my day.
Yep.
First thing.
Yep.
Yeah. For me, it's reading and looking at my vision folder.
Yep. Okay. For me, I just watch you guys' Facebook pages. That's us. All right. So last question. My whole theme is be your own hero, right? You got to take care of yourself before you take care of somebody else. So how have
You
you
gotta check yourself before you
check
wreck
yourself before you wreck yourself? So how have you stepped up? What does it mean to be your own hero?
I've said this.
This is for my Hero Nation people, man.
Hero Nation. I've said this for the
Hashtag
longest
Hero
time.
Nation.
You've got to be your number one fan because, quite honestly, everyone's worried about themselves, right?
Yeah.
No one else is coming to put your oxygen mask on. No one else is here to wipe your ass. It's like, get it done yourself, right? And unfortunately, we live in a society where it's normal to wait for someone to take care of your problems,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I always said if there's ever a major problem, like zombie apocalypse,
Right, yeah.
like you better be ready to take care of your shit because
Yeah.
no one's coming to save you. And that's
Yeah.
how it is in your life and your business. It's you gotta be your own savior, so to speak.
Yeah. If you're waiting for FEMA to show up, it may be a long day. You know what I mean?
I can attest to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Hurricane House over here. Yeah. All right.
Just getting into action, you know, like what Colton was saying, I resonate with all of that. It's empowering yourself to do the next thing,
Yeah.
and then doing the next thing and the next thing. It's just not withholding what you know you need to do, waiting for somebody else to do it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we see a lot. We see people wait for somebody else to give them the answer. They're like, "What should I do next?" And yet, people, you gotta figure some of this, like your big why,
Right.
your purpose, all stuff. Like people can help you a little bit, but you gotta figure it out for yourself. You gotta do
Well,
the
you know
work.
what? I got a whole other like topic or thought process on this big why. Like, I think the whole big why is kind of just like this, right? Like,
What is it exactly?
right? Like, you want to make a lot of money,
Yeah.
right? Do you want to?
I thought it was a rhetorical question. Like, yes, I
Do you
do.
want to take care of your kids and have
Yes.
a great life? Do you want to make sure your wife has a rock star life?
Yeah.
Do you want to give impact? Do you want to? I mean, like, the why is like everyone's got the same fucking why,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Here's my take on this. I think the big why it's messed up because most people think they're waiting for this lightning bolt to come hit them down and go, oh, like I know what it is, and that may happen for like 2% of people, but for most people, when I say a big why, and I actually wrote out like the 12 steps to help or the 10 steps to help somebody find their big why because I just like steps, but I wrote it out and I think what it is the 10 steps to find your big why. It's clarity on a lot of little whys and getting clear on those, and then helping them dovetail together.
Yeah.
Right. So I think this big why is a lot of times is an illusion, and it's like this elusive like go find Bigfoot. When in reality it's like why do you want to make a bunch of money? I want to make a bunch of money because I can do this and this. Cool. Like okay, and you take all those categories, you make sure they
why
fit
aren't
together.
you making any fucking money, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what I want. When people tell me that, so well, why aren't you making money, right? I want to take care of my family and my friends and my shit just as much as you.
Yeah.
How come I'm making money and you're not? And
So
I
why
got
is
one
it?
step to your big why. Okay? I got one step to your big why. It's don't be a little bitch. Like that's just yeah. I think that's one thing I got lucky with, man. I just started taking action and I didn't care what the results were. And
Yeah,
I'd throw my spaghetti at the wall and 2 strands would stick and I'd be like, sweet, let's
Yeah.
throw some more spaghetti.
Yeah.
Couple noodles.
Well, and you became okay. You realized that failure is just part of the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Success is built on failures, not other successes.
So can I ask
Say
a
that
question?
one more time.
Can I ask a
Success
question?
is built on failures, not other successes.
Yeah. Success is a horrible teacher.
Do you learn more
Exactly.
from your success or from your failures?
Failure.
Failure all day long.
Right.
My temporary defeats.
Temporary defeat.
It's only a failure if I quit.
Oh, that's cute.
I read it in the book.
I read a book.
You wanna ask
Hashtag
a
Colton
real
Lindsay.
estate- There's a real estate question here. So,
Yeah, post some questions.
You have to start building a team tomorrow. What role is your first hire? TC, ISA, buyer's agent, or
Okay, so can I say one thing on this, and then they'll give the right answer? The first thing you got to do is you got to start. You got to make sure you're leading yourself,
right.
right? Like I think the first hire is you, and are you leading you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's the first thing, and then make sure you don't have to, the MREA, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, is a great model. You don't have to follow that thing to the T, but make sure you have a model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
A
so
proven
that's
model.
that's a good question. So how would you recommend leading you? I mean,
I-
obviously what we're doing
I
right
think,
here
I think
is
the
kind of
first
that.
two
but-
most important things you do is hire a coach and and get into a mastermind.
Yeah, because if you don't do those two things, we don't know what your goal is. We don't know what you want your business to look like, what you want your life to look like. So how can we recommend what you need in your business? It's
Yeah.
going to be so personal.
Yeah.
And anyone that's just giving generic information to all of their clients, for example.
Dude, I
you know,
hate it. Yeah.
And a great
yeah.
real estate coach and trainer I heard out there is called Fearless Agent. I mean, check it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not the one sitting like 2 feet from you.
Don't consider
yeah, that's
Hero
cool.
Nation.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. So I'd like to cut to a commercial about Hero Nation. But
The camera did.
yeah. So here's that's a great point though.
someone-
That's a great point. The first hire, I think your first hire is you hire a coach so you don't screw up your first hire.
Very good.
Yeah.
So assuming
Right?
assuming that all your systems and processes are in place, what would be your first hire?
You-
A coach, right?
The question Colton asked yesterday, which was, where can I fire myself today? And the
Okay.
first thing you do is
That's
you
a
hire
good
you don't hire a buyer's agent first. You hire an admin
Hey.
you hire an admin to take all that stuff. Because here's what most of you go out there and you hire a buyer's agent first, and then the problem with that is now you're an admin for 2 people, and most of you are terrible at being an admin, right?
For 1 people.
So the first thing you do is you hire an admin, you get your coach, you hire an admin, then go from there.
Yeah.
Right? I get a little passionate about this.
I personally, the path I took too was I hired out 2 admin before I hired any salespeople.
Dude,
and then
yeah.
Before I hired salespeople was showing assistants,
Yes.
and then I started moving into agents.
Yeah. Follow that model and you'll make money. Do it the other way and you'll be in a world of pain.
And I would say that my net revenue is much higher than most of the other models out there that are done.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about one of your clients. They were running their net profits off of their buyers team. And would you say it was 11%? 11%?
They were making 11% on the buyer side. They didn't
You
even
have
realize
one
it.
small shift in your market, you're losing money.
One shift and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's another thing that you guys have really got me inspired about, and is tracking your numbers. Not just in your real estate business. If you want anything in your life to get better, you start tracking it. You want your weight to get better, you start tracking what you put in your mouth. You want your money to get better, you start tracking where it goes. You want your business to get better, you start tracking your numbers.
What you focus on expands.
Wait, folks, I heard that somewhere.
it's a bold
I read
lie.
I read that somewhere.
It's a bold line.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That was never existing before that.
Never. No. That's the first time. Yeah. Oh Lord.
Did you track it?
Oh jeez. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. What else? Any other questions, bro?
Somebody's asking what industry are you guys in, but maybe there's just new followers.
The life industry.
We're in the life
industry.
No.
No, main gig, real estate, sales,
Real estate.
and getting rich.
Yep.
I'm in the getting rich.
Living life, loving life.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm in the dad industry.
Yep. Yeah.
Dad bod industry.
The dad bod industry, the husband bod industry.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Dad bod here.
I'm a coach, but the reality is I think my job is to help people figure out what they want, and then how to go get it and do it faster and with less bruises.
So, Wayne, you want to talk about Hero Nation to my followers?
Yes, I
Can
do.
you talk
After,
a little
yeah,
about that?
no. What's that?
Can you talk a little about Hero Nation and what you do? Those 11 steps you talked about yesterday were wonderful.
Yeah. So I have a group called Hero Nation, and the Hero Nation Mastermind is a group for people. It's mostly like entrepreneurs and it's realtors, investors, and everything, but it's mostly about the mindset piece. It's mostly about like what are your strategies to get back up after you fall down? How do you take care of your family and your business at the same time? So it's a really incredible collaboration of high-minded people. We don't get together like this, but we get together on the phone or video chat once a week for an hour and a half and talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Apply.realestatehustlersmastermind.com.
There.
Could you say that one more time?
Yeah, no, you have to go through Hero Nation Mastermind to get to the real estate hustle.
That's a
Yes,
prerequisite.
yeah, this is the precursor. Then I launch you in. Yeah, and you get $50 off your first month if you go through Hero Nation Mastermind first.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true. Yeah, we just made that up. There you go,
We'll honor
So
it.
my wife is on it. She's giving a lot of likes and loves. So.
dude.
What's the
We
best-
love this guy, and I'll tell you what. To your wife, we love this guy, and he has bragged on you all weekend long. So, like seriously, our wives are such a huge part of what we do.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Be on board. You gotta get them on the same page, right?
Yeah, we're all super
Yeah.
blessed to have awesome wives.
Cool. Well, let's wrap this up
All
and
right.
get to the mastermind.
Love you
All right.
guys.
See ya.
See ya.
I love how my Facebook Live is looking at the roof right now. It's awesome. Thanks for nailing that, by the way. My camera's off. My Facebook Live's looking at the lattice. Yeah. No, you're super.
I can't handle everybody.
No, you're super good at this. Yeah.
I took care of my brothers.
I got.
This weekend blew my mind about relationships, right? We all are trying to hustle this empire. At the same time, we do it in the name of our family, and as we do it in the name of our family, we leave them behind because we're working 100 hours a week or whatever it is. I mean, we got one guy here that his commitment